Go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Ha! Suck it, Jack Sparrow.
It's owned by our parent company here, Disney. They own a lot of stuff, actually. They own this show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, ABC, Hulu.
Planning something big like a hostile takeover. Could these two really pull it off? And if they did, what would it mean for Marvel? Because let's be honest, Disney's superhero empire doesn't quite have the same magic it once did, so Disney stock has definitely been having a tough time lately. Over the past 5 years, it's down more than 20%, and from its all-time high, it's dropped over 50%. It peaked at $200, and now it's a lot lower. They just reported their earnings, and while they beat expectations with an EPS of $2.03 compared to the expected 95 cents, they missed on revenue and Disney subscriptions. Not the greatest news. Now, here's where things get interesting. Elon Musk fans are getting pretty excited about the idea of him taking over Disney. In fact, one fan page even posted a picture of Musk holding a flamethrower with the caption, "Elon Musk purges Disney." Sounds wild, right? And yeah, the whole woke agenda conversation around Disney has been a big part of the buzz. But could Musk actually pull off a takeover? Who knows, but it's definitely getting people talking. For the first time in 7 years, Disney is having a tough time. They're not the top studio anymore. Universal's taking that spot. But it's not just about losing money. Marvel, one of their biggest brands, is starting to show signs of weakness. Fans are changing what they want, and a lot of people are turned off by the mixed reviews, lower ticket sales, and all the chatter about woke storylines. Disney's push for more social issues and diversity has sparked some heated debates, and a lot of fans are saying it feels more like they're checking boxes than telling good stories. Sure, it's meant to be progressive, but it's starting to feel like something's missing. Marvel's in a tough spot too. People have always loved the flashy action and big spectacle, but lately some of the newer releases have been getting called out for focusing too much on messages instead of just giving fans what they want: epic stories. Some folks think Marvel's playing it too safe, worried about stepping on toes instead of just bringing the high-energy action we used to love. The backlash is loud, and fans are asking, why not just go back to the stories that hooked us in the first place? And here's where things get interesting. Disney might have an even bigger problem on the horizon. Rumor has it that Elon Musk is eyeing a hostile takeover of the company. Yeah, you heard that right. Musk, known for shaking things up, is reportedly trying to get investors together to buy enough Disney stock and take control of the whole thing. And this wouldn't be the first time Musk has gotten involved in some drama with Disney. He recently supported Gina Carano when she sued Disney after being let go from The Mandalorian. So it looks like Musk isn't afraid to take on Disney if he thinks it's headed in the wrong direction. Now imagine this Ryan Reynolds jumping in to help. He's no stranger to calling out Hollywood when he sees things going off track, and he's always had Deadpool's back. He's even stood up against woke culture, saying that Deadpool's brand of humor is all about pushing boundaries. If Musk and Reynolds teamed up, Musk with his business smarts and Reynolds with his massive fan base, could they actually bring Marvel back to what it was? Could they get it back on track and deliver the kind of stories we loved? Reynolds has already shown he's not afraid to push boundaries. He even wrote a short film, No Good Deed, about Deadpool questioning the hunter who killed Bambi's mom. Disney shot it down fast, but it just goes to show how far Reynolds is willing to go. If Musk and Reynolds team up, things could get pretty exciting for Marvel, and fans are definitely watching to see what happens next. So let's talk Deadpool, the superhero movie that totally flipped the script. It's unapologetically edgy, politically incorrect, and just doesn't care about following the usual superhero movie rules. People love it for that reason, right? It's got this raw humor that really stands out, especially when compared to all the polished, family-friendly superhero flicks we're used to. And Ryan Reynolds, the guy is Deadpool. He fully embraces the character, defending the movie's bold style when critics started pushing for a more family-friendly version of Deadpool. His response? Nope. If you soften Deadpool's humor, you kill what makes him, well, Deadpool. Now, it's crazy to think, but Reynolds wasn't just defending the character, he was seriously frustrated with business execs who took way too long to get Deadpool made. But guess what? Fans weren't having it either, and in the end, they made the difference. So the movie went on to become a huge hit. Pretty cool, huh? But here's a question: why wouldn't Disney want to make a movie like Deadpool? It's got everything: action, humor, and heart, but with this indie, rebellious twist. Deadpool knows he's in a comic book movie, and he's cracking jokes about it, even poking fun at Ryan Reynolds himself. And the whole thing's rated R, super rare for a Marvel X-Men film. In the UK, it's rated 15, and in China, well, it's not exactly for kids. Reynolds called out what he saw as selective outrage on social media and made it clear Deadpool's staying true to his roots. No bowing to political correctness here. What's interesting is that Reynolds' stance is kind of part of a bigger trend. Take Dave Chappelle, for example. He got slammed for his comedy but never backed down. Reynolds is doing the same thing, holding his ground and showing that creative freedom matters more than pleasing everyone. And fans, they love him for it. Honestly, standing firm like that has only made him more of a Hollywood powerhouse. Now, he's not just defending Deadpool, he might actually help steer where the franchise and maybe even Marvel goes next. And here's where it gets wild. Enter Elon Musk.
Yep.
There's a rumor floating around that Musk might be eyeing Disney. No joke. The guy's been quietly scooping up Disney shares, and some people are saying he's preparing for a full-on buyout. When asked about it, Musk was all casual, like, I'm just here with friends. Sure, Elon, but we all know there's more to it. What do you think should Musk actually try to buy Disney? Musk has a net worth of about $200 billion, which puts him in a pretty good spot to make some serious moves. The dude has already turned industries upside down, from electric cars to space travel, so why not Disney? Sure, Reynolds doesn't have Musk's billions, but his massive fan base and the way he's defended Deadpool's identity against woke culture has definitely boosted his status. If these two teamed up, they could actually change things. Musk with his business power and Reynolds with his fan base and creativity. But here's the catch: Musk's wealth isn't all sitting around in cash. A lot of it's tied up in his companies like Tesla and SpaceX, so if he wants to make a move on Disney, he'll need to rally some investors. That's where Reynolds' Hollywood connections could come in. If they can paint a picture of a Disney that's more about real stories and creative freedom, they could bring in investors who are looking for a fresh take. It won't be easy though. Disney is huge, worth about $180 billion, and taking it over would come with all kinds of legal and regulatory hurdles. Not to mention Disney's leadership will fight tooth and nail to keep control. But if the fans are behind Musk and Reynolds, they could just have the public support they need to pull this off. Could they actually buy Disney and turn it around? Who knows, but it's definitely something worth keeping an eye on. Here's a more relaxed, conversational version of the paragraph. So imagine this: Ryan Reynolds and Elon Musk teaming up to take over Marvel. Sounds wild, right? But it could actually be a game changer for the whole franchise. Musk is known for shaking things up in any industry he touches, and he's clearly not afraid to challenge the status quo. He's spoken out about his frustrations with Disney's current direction, and that aligns perfectly with Reynolds. He's been fiercely protecting Deadpool's vibe and making sure the creative side of Marvel stays true to its roots. After all, Reynolds knows that what fans love most is the spirit of the franchise, and he's not about to let that slip away. Now, picture Reynolds as the face of Marvel, using his Hollywood connections and massive fan base to steer things in a fresh direction. With his popularity and charm, he could bring back fans who've been feeling disconnected from superhero movies lately. And then there's Musk. He'd bring the money and the big picture strategy to actually make all of this happen while making sure the creative voices aren't drowned out. Together, they could totally change Marvel's direction, making it feel both new and familiar at the same time. They wouldn't be focused on just playing it safe or sticking to politically correct storylines. They'd be about giving fans the stories they really want, while making sure the resources are there to back them up. How cool would that be? Okay, picture this: Ryan Reynolds and Elon Musk teaming up to totally shake things up at Marvel. It could be a game changer, maybe even bringing the franchise back to its prime. The big idea: freeing Marvel's creators from the pressure of political correctness so they can just focus on making great stories. Imagine a Marvel that's all about character development, action, and bold, exciting narratives without all the forced agendas. Musk would be there to make sure Marvel runs smoothly and stays aligned with this new vision, while Reynolds could step into a leadership role at Marvel Studios. He knows what fans want, and with his influence, he could help steer Marvel in a direction that moves away from all the political noise and back to the fun, original style that made us love these characters in the first place. It's easy to see why fans would be all in for this. A lot of people are pretty tired of the way Hollywood's been leaning lately, and a return to the classic Marvel vibe could be exactly what they're craving. If Reynolds and Musk manage to pull this off, it might even inspire other celebs and big names in the industry to rethink how they approach creativity and storytelling, and who knows? This could open the door for more artists to speak out against political correctness and bring back a sense of real creative freedom. So imagine Ryan Reynolds and Elon Musk teaming up to take over Marvel. Sounds pretty wild, right? But while it's definitely exciting to think about, there are a few big challenges they'd have to tackle if this actually went down. First up, money. Buying Disney or even just a piece of Marvel would take a massive amount of cash. Musk has tons of money, but a lot of it's tied up in stuff that isn't super easy to cash out on. So coming up with the funds for a takeover like this would be no small feat, especially with how careful the market is about big corporate moves. Plus, Musk's history with businesses like Twitter shows that running a huge company like Marvel could come with some serious growing pains. And don't forget the backlash they'd likely face. Not everyone in Hollywood is on board with Musk and Reynolds' views, and you can bet there'd be a lot of criticism coming from those who aren't fans of their anti-woke stance. We probably see some negative media coverage and a lot of pushback from Disney execs who love the current status quo. That could definitely make things complicated behind the scenes. But here's where it could get really interesting. If they manage to make it work, we could be looking at a major shift in how Marvel operates and even how Hollywood works in general. Imagine a Marvel that focuses on telling great stories with real characters, not trying to push political agendas. That could open the door for a new kind of creativity in the industry, where filmmakers are free to take risks and just make stuff that resonates with fans. A move like this could inspire filmmakers everywhere to step up their game. So, what do you think? Could Reynolds and Musk actually pull this off? And if they did, what kind of impact would it have on the future of movies? The entertainment world is always changing, and with these two at the wheel, who knows what could happen next? Definitely something to keep an eye on.